艦お船の方
お船の方ですね。
お船の方はもしかしたら英語かもしれないね。翻訳されてない。なんか DMM が微妙な仕事してるから。
敵の名前が。日本語だった。
URL コピ
ー。YouTube でやる
?YouTube でやる。
YouTube でやる
さすがにディスコードで被らしてくるような。どういうまではやんない。
いや、あんま変わんない気がするんだけど。
心が。
心を温めていけ。
久しぶりだからな。
メッセージセント。
はい。
キャンペーン。
あれ。キャンペーン。はい。
キャンペーン。嘘。
撃破しました。
撃破しましょう。日本、そうか。日本語か。
日本語でやってます。
国によって言語変えたりもできる、そのボイス。日本人だったら撃破しましたって言うけど。
落栽。飛行機残ってたと思うよ、これ。
マルチロック一発だけ残っちゃった。何これ。
いいじゃん、もう盛大にぶっ放しやろ。
これさ、でもさ、翻訳がさ、プライオリティが多分優先度になってんだよね。
大役最後の世界。
これノーマルナイトじゃなくてよかった気がすんな。
Our contract with this backwater place is just about to come to an end.
クリアしてからじゃない。
Thank God.
まあクリアでか。
I don't mind a tropical vacation every once in a while, but it's not very glamorous considering we're here to work. Anyway, one last thing before the defense minister releases our contract and we move on to bigger and better. Hitman team, you haven't gotten all that much airtime this deployment, so you're taking point with this operation.
We have confirmed the location of the Burlock Privateer headquarters off the coast on the southwestern edge of the Jesta Island chain. They're a mercenary group like us who, unfortunately, have turned to outright piracy. According to surveillance data, we have determined that they are the culprit of the recent high-profile hijacking of the Federation-registered cargo ship May Lynx. The May Lynx is supposedly carrying volatile cargo belonging to the Federation's Department of Global Energy and Sustainability Office. Nothing specific from the Federation contact about the cargo, however, our orders are to retrieve it if possible, or to neutralize it if we can't. Attempts to negotiate for it have turned up with nothing, so we're going in. Hitman team, you are to approach the island from the south along with support and establish control over the area. Your objective is to eliminate any surrounding anti-air and resistance on the island. After that, secure an LZ for our operator group Ronin to ascertain the cargo. Once Ronin lands, maintain air superiority until the next stage of the operation is determined. Be aware that the Burlocks have other Merc pilots on tap, so enemy reinforcements could be a factor.
Normally, we'd stay out of contact with any Federation-adjacent taskings. But this is the last thing we need to do for our current contract, so I'll let it slide. Two birds with one stone. Easy enough, right? Now get to work. Dismissed.
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 でもチェンジディフィカリティってあるわ。
あるね。
この開始に。
ああ、なるほど。まあ、それでもいいんだけどね。まあ、とりあえずノーマルでやるか。
ノーマルでいく。
オースタルフリート。
今回のアップデートで、海に近い方の船と海に遠い方の船、2つに分かれたんですよ。具体的に言えば、なんか PT ボートっていうなんか、
はいはいはい。
ヨットみたいなやつと、なんか駆逐艦とかでかい船の2つに分かれましたね。多分チュートリアルも1個追加されてた。
敵じゃー。
なるほど。
敵。
サンダーやる前にこうちょっと言っとくと、ゲームバランスはめちゃくちゃ悪い。ただ、それぐらいだけ言ってただ、まあ、みんな戦車をなんか眺めて遊ぶゲームなので、ゲームバランスとかマップバランスで、
ちょっと待って、感度違う。
ボタンクスやった方がいいと思う。
こんな。バーさん、ピッチのデッドゾーン変えてる？カーブ。
いや、変えてないね。
なんかすげえ違和感があるけど。
ああ、まあ確かになんかすげえ重い。
重いよね。
多分デフォルトで。
なんだろう。感度上げた方がいいのかな。
まあ、多分お船はやらないだろうなということだけは言える。
お船はまあもうエンドコンテンツみたいなとこあるから。
デッドゾーンを下げればな。ああ、デッドゾーン。
デッドゾーン最初気づいたらってことこれ？
そうそう、デッドゾーンいじくれば多分それっぽくなる。
ああ、なるほどね。
ゼロでもいいぐらいなんじゃないかな。
マジで？
ああ、やっぱ、そうだね。
俺一人リアリズムやってた。リアリズムやってた。次のミッションに最適な装備を教えてくれる。
優しい。
優しい。バランスの取れた機体を選べって言われた。答え要は対地攻撃もできるやつだな。あ、フルクラム来た。やったー。イグ29来たぞ。
あ、なんか違和感あるなと思ったらなんか。
もうちょっとフリーフライトしてみてよ。
オッケー。
なんか変えた？
変えた？俺が求めていた操作だった。
何を変えたか分からないから配信。
とりあえずね、ピッチの方のデッドゾーンゼロにした。
なるほど。
ベストバイのサイバーパンクが先に発送されたっていう話聞いたけど、マジだったんだ。
先に上げちゃう。 じゃないとプレイできちゃう系。
うん、そう。
あ
プレステのパッケージ版
あ、なるほど。
コレクターズエディションが発送されたっていう現実はそれでいい
なんか配信はしないでねって。
しないでね、これさ。
ぶっちゃけちょっと序盤見たいんだって本当に大丈夫なの？
あ、いけますかね、これみたいなとこありますね。いけたら、あとはみんなみたいな。あ、確かにピッチそうだな。ピッチいい感じですね、これ。ロールは別にいいんだけどさ。あ、
しようとしてるのか。ミス。
ミス。
お前山に当たった。
あ、そうそうそうね、そこで山が邪魔なんですよ。
普通に離陸されてるから。
現地の配信のお楽しみだ。
お、いきなりイーグルがお出迎え。
普通になんかいいこと飛んでんだよね。
バラさんが言ってたのこれか。
それ。
ヘッドオンしたる。万歳突撃。
大和魂。あ、なんか NVIDIA のドライバーが更新だ。NVIDIA。
当たってない。
NVIDIA サイバーパンクレイディかな。違うかな。
ああ、そういうことか。
ありそう。
3060のあれだった。
あ、ドライバー
確か出たんでしたっけ。
なんか他に最適化が入ってる。
全然出ない。NVIDIA のディフォースエクスペリエンスからしかから見てるから、特になんかそういう情報はない。書いてない。
僕は2060で数年間頑張るかなと思って。
API の方です。まあ、そこそこいいじゃんって感じ。
全然タイトルスメースになるけど。
イモータルズ・フェニックス・ライジングですね。
見たことないから多分違うゲームと勘違いしたかもしれないね。めっちゃケツについてる。
不思議かもしれないです。
おいしいね。
打っちゃダメだよね、これ。打っちゃうんだな、これが。
最新作がどうなりましたか。
クアランティは来年です。コロナで延期したから。
どうなんだり。
ミス。
ミス。
こんなもんだと思って。
現地は80、配信 1080p もいけんだ。1080p もあんだ、改造の。
めっちゃ
爆上げしてる、無駄に。
爆上げしちゃう。まあでも YouTube リソースがあるかわかんないけど。あ、ダメだ。
あ
RTB at your leisure. Think the water's still alright? Still got sunshine by the time we reach
まだ大丈夫だった。
最
最高。
Oh yeah, me, you,
もう時間が時間だな。
あ
beach ball and a
いるか
gentrified
な。
district built from our blood money. Sound good, Monarch? Hold that thought. We've got inbound for 2 more. Seemed to
3時半まで体温上げる意見
frontier to west south. Flash ident or we will
俺のダンス軸でも見て。忘れてくれ。
3時半まで耐えなきゃいけないからバランスさんも耐えて。
意味は何をしてるのそれ。ダークスパートは何をしてるの何をしてるのそれ。何をしてるの何をやってるんだそのプライベートミッションみたいな。なんだろう。何建物の中に飛行機で入って遊んでる。
デブリ
Rebels need bugs, and I need a job. Master Goose 1, out. You see, that's a team name that sounds fun to have. Right, boss? Boss?
知った出る。
バランスディスコネクティッドフロムユアーチャンネルバランスフロムバーンスチームスピークさん。
The money came through from this contract, and our opportunities in this region have just about dried up. If no one objects, and your contract with Sicario is still in effect, pack your bags. I looked a little into the Cascadian situation, and I believe we'll make a little something of ourselves there. Sicario is moving west, ladies and gents. Information coming out of country has been spotty, but, well, let's just say there's a demand for people of our pedigree. The Federation's been eyeing a takeover of Cascadia's resources for years, as far as I remember, and it seems the Cascadians weren't going to take it lying down, based on what info has been leaked out. For those of you who don't know, Cascadia is a nation along North America's western seaboard, one of the largest on Earth, and one of the most prosperous due to its abundant natural resources and geothermal energy deposits. I've never been, but I hear it's beautiful. A country with limitless energy at its fingertips. I know some of us who were born out here in the periphery can't even imagine it, but I'm sure this hits closer to home for some of you. Moving along. There's a communications blackout both in and out of the country. And as far as the international news goes, nothing is going on except a few riots. Based on the mercenary networks, however, that is a complete lie. A full-blown conflict is proceeding. We've reached out and were given a rendezvous by a Cascadian group called the Independence Force, the main anti-Federation group recognized by the national government. I presume the Federation has the borders on lockdown to stop people like us from coming in, so stay on our toes. If we get found out by a patrol, we'll send one of our flights off to take care of them.
Sicario is moving northwest towards a rendezvous point set by Cascadia's Independence Force. We don't expect any heavy resistance given our route of ingress, however, each of our fighter groups will be pulling shifts to preserve fuel and ammo. Hitman Team, you will be responsible for the last leg of the journey, which will take us over into Cascadia proper. Be prepared to intercept border patrols.
I know some of you might not be too enthused to be fighting the Federation, so I invite you to leave with what you have of your contract. You'd only slow us down.
じゃあ。
All Sicario elements maintain bearing. We have interceptors coming up the rear. Hitman and AU Gunsel planes. Vector to intercept before they get close. Hitman 1, take point. We'll play backup. This is Hitman 2. Weapon safeties are
あ
Down! Scramble search and rescue teams!
あ、突っ込んだ。再挑戦。そうね、落ちた大型機はハタリハンってあんの忘れてた。撃墜した後に。
All Sicario elements maintain bearing. We have interceptors coming up the rear. Hit multiple rogue Gunsel planes. Vector to intercept before they get close. Hitman 1, take point. We'll play backup. This is Hitman 2. Weapon safeties are off. Let's see how much Federation planes pay out. Is our targeting system updated to lock on the Federation signatures? I've had them programmed long before we thought about coming this way. Hitman team, we're cleared to engage. Alright, Monarch.
早い。
うわー寒い。
危ない着地。
Thanks to your efforts, Sicario was able to rendezvous with our contact and refuel for the mission ahead. You'll be heading back out within the hour, so stay on your toes, or else your time in Cascadia will be short-lived.
Hello, Sicario. I'm Captain Griffiths, otherwise known as Stardust. From now on, I'll be your point of contact with the Cascadian Independence Force. I was a National Guard pilot when it all went down, and now I'm working with you. We're pressed for time, so listen up. Cascadia's prosperity, our natural bounty, has always gone to support the world. For the last few decades, we have done this by our partnership with the Pacific Federation, providing aid and infrastructure to the less fortunate internationally. The Federation, however, in recent years has used the resources we provided to forcefully expand by conquest and military strength. We could not let our cordium or geothermal deposits fuel this war machine. Cascadia as a nation sought independence from the Federation outright, in order to prevent the Federation from imperially expanding further. Unfortunately, they turned against us. They have seen fit to unify and federalize Cascadian infrastructure as a whole. When we resisted, they turned the country inside out. We refuse to let that stand. So, here's the plan for you mercenaries right now.
In northern Cascadia, Rosedower AFB was a joint base used by both the Cascadian National Guard and the Federation. When hostilities took off, however, the Federation seized the base from the National Guard. Your objective today is to take back the base into our hands. Hitman Team will lead aerial operations, wiping out any anti-air defenses. Circus, our transport aircraft carrying Sicario's airborne troop element, will then vector in and drop onto the base to secure it.
Take care not to damage the facilities too much during the attack. Sicario and other mercenary elements will be using this base afterwards. I'm sure you want to operate from an actual base anyway, as opposed to some dirt strip. So let's get rolling.
tone, good tone. Spot on support, Hitman team. Resistance is no factor. You already got the job, Sicario. Who are you trying to impress? What can we say, Stardust? You get what you pay for. You think I could ask our rifleman to reserve a nice hangar space for us? You know, in exchange for our good work up here.
There was no such thing as nice this far north. You should know that.
I never flew these skies like you did. Not like this. Airstrip is secured. Outside of the air defenses, there wasn't much else in terms of resistance. We're patting down prisoners and electronics, but you're good, boss. Excellent work today, Hitman. You get first pick for hangar and bunks. Hitman team, begin landing sequence. You lucky bastards. Most hour is ours.
You did a great job easy as usual, Monarch. Good show.
Don't make Cascadia regret hiring you all. Hitman 1, move gun 1 approach. On move for touchdown.
It's rough around the edges, but as far as forward operating bases go, this isn't the worst we've been at. The base didn't sustain too much damage, and there's room enough for everyone, even the other freelance rigs.
The Independence Force of Cascadia is now the collection of true Cascadian sovereignty, and when the time comes, we'll see Cascadia rise to its own liberty without the Federation. I've been instructed by the remnants of our national government to be your liaison for the duration of your contract with us, of which we've sent to Kaiser for you to sign later. To be truthful, I don't agree with your way of life, but you've come to Cascadia to aid us, and for that, I can't complain. We'll pay you what you're due, as long as you give us your best. Get settled in. We need you up in the air soon.
One last thing, everyone. We're going by our TAC names for the duration of this contract. I'm pretty sure my name is public domain in regards to Sicario. However, we've gone to great lengths to keep yours hidden. If you break it, it's on your ass. You know how bounty hunters are if they have a name. Dismissed.
Listen up. We're about to get started. A lot of mercenaries from around the world have made their way into the country, as I'm sure you've seen.
配信終了。